Here we are on the Here we are on the Metal Voice, an early morning edition. Still trying to wake up, but great news. Last night at midnight, Ghost released their new song, Satanized. And the question today is, and we're going to do this in like 5 minutes, is this a great new song by the band, or have you heard it all before? This will be released. It was just stated last night at midnight. This new album will be released. The new album called Skeletá will be released April 25th via Loma Vista. The track listing has been revealed. The album artwork has been released. You can see in the description of this video all the track listing and the details. But Perrin, right off the bat, I mean, is this new Ghost song Satanized, is it great? Or have you heard this all before?
I had to look for a second. Is it satanized or sanitized? Because, I will say, I'm the resident Ghost fan at the Metal Voice. It is a little bit, we've heard this all before, but is that a bad thing? I don't think that's a bad thing. So I would say, if you are a fan of Spillways and Mary on a Cross and Square Hammer, the popular side of Ghost, what they've been doing for a few releases now, it's more of the same, and you're probably loving it. If you're more of a fan of the early Ghost work, when they had a bit of a heavier edge to them, then you're probably like, it's more of the same that we've been getting lately. And I'm not happy with it. I wish they'd go back to the beginning. And that seems to be the early reaction.
They started off as this sort of Blue Oyster Cult, Merciful Fate band. It was very obscure. It was poppy, melodic, but it had that sort of alternative feel to it. And they have evolved into this commercial entity, melodic, easy, digestible. And this is what it is to me. It's another digestible, melodic, toe-tapping song. It has all the ingredients of like a radio hit, but for myself, it gets tiring very quickly. When something's too melodic, too glossy, it tends to fall off the radar very quickly, but it works in a video situation. Like, the video is pretty funny. It works in a live situation, and I'm pretty sure the Ghost fans will love it. How's that?
Yeah, and let's keep in mind, the last couple albums have these 2 or 3 catchy poppy songs, which typically are the singles. But then you can be sure when we start hearing more of the record, there'll probably be some darker, heavier stuff. They might even do one with the alter ego, and the first Papa comes back and finds a song from the 1960s that he wrote and gives it to the band. So, Ghost have many sides, but they're leading with the poppy first single, which, hey, this is, record company 101. This is music business 101. You lead with the thing that's going to hook and bring more people in. And, not a lot of people can keep writing these pop hooks like Tobias Forge can, and he seems to be coming up with them. My only beef is that they teased a new Papa with a heavy, dark look.
Yeah.
And they teased a song called Satanized, which is a kind of insinuates kind of heavy and darkness. And then the album cover leaked yesterday, and it's a very intense, almost Slayer-looking album cover. So I was thinking, are they going to surprise us and come up with something really dark and heavy for the first single? And the answer to that is no. The answer is no. Again, this is Spillways, this is Mary on a Cross, this is Square Hammer. I'm fine with that. They just kind of led me astray a little, because I thought maybe we'd get something different and darker, but I completely understand why Tobias and the group would do it. And having said that, it's amazingly played, right? I've listened to the song 3 times now. I like it better with each passing listen. The chorus, the hook is absolutely there. There's this kind of cool little drum beat intro. And actually, once I listened to it the 3rd time, I really picked up on some of the soloing and kind of the heavy underlying stuff.
There's definitely a Metallica wah-wah solo in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's a priest prayer within the song if you listen carefully. So, help me, I'm being Satanized. That's kind of like the theme of the song. Yeah, it's got a cool little riff. It's got a cool little groove. Got a wah-wah solo, like I mentioned. And look, it's in, it's out. It's glossy, it's melodic. And yes, to your point, if you're going to release the first single to attract the masses, you got to make it a poppy song, right? Or a melodic rock song.
Yeah, and look, guys, just Ghost in 2025 is not Blue Oyster Cult, is not Merciful Fate. It's Metallica's The Black Album. It's Alice Cooper's Trash. It's, you know, a little bit of 80s hair metal. And then maybe a little bit of some stuff from the 70s thrown in, you know, but like that's just what they're doing right now. And I guess some people take exception with the heavy imagery and the syrupy poppy music. But look, I'm a child of 70s and 80s metal. I like it all. So the reason why I like Ghost so much is if I put on a Ghost album, I get a bit of everything. I get, you know, Year Zero. I get, you know, Faith. I get some of the heavier songs, but then I also get this poppy stuff. So for me, it works. It is more of the same, but I don't think that's a bad thing.
All right. Give us your opinion. Have you heard it all before, or is this some great new release by Ghost? Leave your comments. That's pretty much it. Thank you, Perrin. Everybody, go check it out. Ghost's new song, Satanized.
Heading to work.